your opportunity to do the same.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
To conquer the world. Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Unlock a world of possibilities.
Media Challenge.
Media challenges.
Media challenges.
Create your new possibilities with CGTN.
Hello， 大家晚上好，下午好，中午好，上午好，我们是在北京，欢迎各位来到 CGTN 全球主持人、记者、网红招募行动启动仪式。
欢迎大家 So ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the launch event of CGTN Media Challenges Talent Campaign. Hello, I'm Zoyun.
I'm 纪晓君，我是纪晓君 and you are tall tonight.
I'm so sorry for being tall and pretty. I'm sorry.
And this is really literally the first time that I'm launching a campaign to the whole world. So join us. For all the flexibilities, for all the possibilities, you can either choose to be a TV host or a host on radio. You can choose to be a reporter, or you can choose to be an influencer. Wow, just
so
think
it's
about
talents of different kinds,
I know,
it's just exciting. And most important thing, first thing first, what will they get?
Or a lot. A lot.
That's a lot, exactly.
Definitely a lot. Apart from the prizes, you get the chance to work with CGTN.
Exactly, full-time or part-time
Full-time or
in
part-time.
headquarters for the three
Indeed.
regional production center, which located in Washington, D.C., Nairobi, and also London.
Indeed. Also possibly in Beijing. So anywhere you choose.
Exactly.
If you choose to be a reporter. This indeed is an opportunity. This is opening the door to a world of the whole new possibilities. And it starts now! And welcome back. And I'm wearing
Who
this.
are you? Who is this guy? He's so cute, but are you really my partner
I
for
don't
tonight?
know why I'm wearing this, but I am. You want to try?
No, but thanks. I can look it this way.
Did you
Is
just
it
say
good?
no?
No, but thanks. But it do look good
Looks
on
cool.
you.
Looks cool.
Yeah,
We're now
pretend to be
live
cool.
in Beijing, the headquarters in Beijing, and we're also live on different platforms.
That includes CGTN app, official website, CGTN official account on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Sina Weibo, and also Yang Shipin Bilibili. So for those who are really interested in this campaign, who want to know more about this campaign, just feel free to leave your comments and questions, and we are going to have the link. And also, we're going to have the box that can tell you where to go and for all the details in this campaign.
Indeed, you're familiar with all these platform
I am
addresses,
smart, I
right?
know.
Platform details. Indeed, 对我们国内的观众来讲，也可以上央视频网站，或者是哔哩哔哩，或者是微博。
没错，
在评论区就可以看到我们的一些报名的一些细节。Basically, you're expected to produce a 3-minute video. Use natural sound. Don't use any music tracks. And want to see how you perform in front of the cameras and how do you present those videos. Just go to the comment box of all these platforms where you're now watching the signals live.
And you know, CGTN is about seeing the difference, but this is actually the life-changing opportunity for you to make a difference. So what are you waiting for? Just join us. Come and join us.
Come and join us, and not just us, and we're also joined by our colleagues and our friends. So ladies and gentlemen, please put our hands together to welcome
First of all,
Wang Guan, our very own Wang Guan, CGTN host.
Hey, 首先欢迎王冠。
Hey guys, good to see you guys.
Hi, good to see you. You look so good, brother. Yeah, hi.
Good to see you.
Take a seat.
My dear 老乡。
And next, please welcome Eva May.
我们欢迎 Eva Travelog 的主持人，欢迎。
Hi.
Wang Guan looks like particularly exciting to see Eva.
Yeah?
Not as exciting to see me, huh?
Yeah, no comment
Brother.
on that.
No secret about it.
I'm excited too, very
And please welcome Kate Quay.
欢迎 Kate，
From
我们
Global
财经
Business
节目的主持人。
Wow,
Wow,
wow, wow.
everyone's dressing up
Well,
today.
wait, hey, let me ask you, is that the dress code for global business?
If you go to business party, I'm sure. You
All right, this is
so
indeed.
this is a party.
Yeah, this is indeed a party. Now, please welcome Li Beiyue.
欢迎美月，欢迎 Levy。
name.
Huh?
Hi.
Forget my name.
We're just smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Then.
Where am I looking at?
Everywhere,
Come on,
anywhere.
hey, you're an
Anywhere you
influencer.
want.
You're
Yeah.
Camera follows
that
you.
question.
Hi guys.
He
There's
knows
no red
that.
light. I'm looking for the red light.
Yeah, and last but not least,
Let's welcome 周鹤阳.
our
Welcome.
radio colleague, host for Roundtable.
They look
everybody.
so cool and fabulous. You know, handsome, beautiful.
Right. So a big welcome to all of you.
Hey.
Thank you. Good to
That
be here.
mostly will be followed by a round of applause, something like that, right?
Come on.
Yeah.
Good matching.
And what is that? What is that?
We
Oh,
match.
yeah.
We match. The color, yeah.
Okay.
Are you jealous?
Coordinates, yeah.
Not really.
Jealous of
I was gonna wear my
Of
red
being
dress.
pretty.
欢迎各位，欢迎各位
Yeah,
哈！
but-
我们现在是在各个平台上都有，所以 it's all bilingual, I guess. Yeah, that's all.
对，所以我们今天是对我们的一个挑
Even
战。
multilingual over there.
Yeah，我们今天要说中文，要说英文。如果有的时候呢，需要对这个欧洲的观众群体，我们还有我们现场的这个，还可以帮助我们翻译德语，
Yeah.
还有法语。
还有法语，我们
还有
还有山东话，我们俩是山东人，你知道
山东
吗？
话是吧
Yeah，我们是老乡
然后
见老乡。
你有什么样的
我老家是
Vietnamese
different languages, right?
Vietnamese
啊？
我老家湖南。
Yeah，按北京话，北京
好吧
人，
北京人不这么说吧？人后面不加儿化音。
儿化音得特别小心，一是一个准儿。
Anyway, that's like a PhD degree for that. Or not air. Anyway, I want everyone, each one of you to make a self-introduction and say hello. Come on, 美月.
Well, I'm 照镜子 right? I need to make sure my hair is okay.
He's trying to steal your thunder.
No,
I
no,
know
it's not.
that.
No, he's trying to.
Flirt with the camera a little bit.
Anyway, every one of you make a self-introduction and say hello to our viewers. Basically, how long have you been doing this job?
Yep.
For? Okay, one guy.
All right, should I start? Okay, guys, this camera.
Anyone.
Okay.
Okay, guys,
Come
so
on,
good to
just
be here.
ignore all the cameras,
I'm
okay?
Mongol.
With the red light on it, right there.
News anchor and host
They're
covering
professional.
current affairs, politics, a lot of politics. In fact, I used to be a correspondent in the United States for 8 years, returned since 2019. I love my job, being with CCTV and CGTN for, 14 years? So
14.
Seriously?
I'm a
Wow,
lot
you look
older than
young,
some of you
brother.
think. Yeah, so good to be here.
Hey.
No.
Eva,
Yeah.
you go. Oh, sorry. Are you
What?
finished?
He's not done.
Not
You're
finished
just,
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
just being
okay.
unfair.
Yeah, basically, so good to be here.
Okay,
My
it's great to
Lao
have
Xiang,
you
my
with us.
Dago, my new friends, old friends. Kate,
Yeah.
I watched her anchor when I was,
What?
you know,
Don't
when
say
I was,
it.
oh, that's a secret. But I look up to her, and this
Are you
is my
done?
friend.
Are you done?
It's
Yeah.
very lengthy
Okay,
introduction.
move on
So
to Eva.
yeah, guys, don't
Right,
learn
okay,
from
I'm
him.
going to do it in speed time. So, hello everyone, 大家好, grüß Gott und bonsoir, bonjour, je ne sais pas. I'm just going to flex on some languages here. No, but my name is Eva May. I started with CGTN back in 2019, so I'm fairly new here still. But I'm hosting our travel show named Travelog, and yeah, exploring everything off the beaten path.
But you're not new to
exciting.
media. You've been doing vlogging for
Right.
how long?
Vlogging actually is also something I've been doing pretty recently.
So what did you do before this?
I was actually coming from a marketing and branding, digital marketing background,
Ooh.
but I did
That's
study
exciting.
media at university too,
Okay.
so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, natural
then-
follow-up question would be why did you change your mind to jump into this new area? We'll come back to you later.
Well,
think about
okay,
it.
okay.
Think about
That's
it.
very sophisticated.
Think about it, right?
I will think about a good answer.
Let's go to Kate.
Kate,
Hi, my name is Kate Quay, and I'm
can you do that?
all for.
Hi.
Let me try.
Very
Right.
Chinese.
Okay.
I'm so young. I can do
Okay.
that. Sorry.
Southern China.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, my name is Kate Quay. I'm old and new to CGTN, and we're going to explain that later to you. I was an investment banker by training and also senior corporate executive in JD Group, which is one of the largest e-commerce company in the world, before I rejoined CGTN. Everything about finance and business is me.
So when was last time?
Well, that was about 18 years ago, frankly speaking, when I was just fresh out of my master's in Birmingham University in Hong Kong, in
the UK.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Welcome back, Kate.
So I'm fairly old if you count all these numbers, but that's okay.
No, you look like 21. Forever 21.
That's exactly what you want to say.
You're not. I know. I'm 21. All the girls are 21.
Age is not the focal point tonight, all right?
Yeah, talent. It's about talent. Yeah.
What does Kui mean anyway?
Kui is actually a very rare Chinese surname. So I think total number of Kui family in China only have about 500 people in China.
In China?
In China, that's the
watch
total
out.
number.
You know, we need to watch out Lavi because he's trying to ask
he
the
Lavi?
questions like
name
in
is
the
Li
host.
Mei
I know you're.
Remember the name.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it
okay.
sounds like a girl's name though.
Well, it's because I'm too manly. My parents gave me a girly name first.
So,
I think is that because like Mei stands for America?
Okay, now the focus is on him.
See, now we're taking it. Let's be hosts
can we move on? Can we move on now?
Can we just
We're the
pass
host.
him?
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Your turn.
My turn.
To
do what?
introduce yourself a little bit, not
Come
too
on.
long. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
We have
I
a job to do.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Li Mei. I am a Chai Ardai. So,
You're a what?
a
Alright.
Chai Ardai.
Oh, okay.
So, my parents live in Arhuan in Beijing. So,
Okay.
I have so much money that I'm just
Okay.
bored. And I run around the streets every day and interview people.
Oh, great. Like nothing's true so far.
So literally, you're the Wang Hong.
Yes.
Influencer.
That's all Wang
Wait,
Hong
do you know
are,
what
right?
he does? You don't know, right? Let me imitate. Like, okay, this is you. Just like sit there on the street, and if I'm Li Mei, it's like, do you speak English? Like, just stick the microphone to a stranger completely.
Well,
and
that's not
ask.
always my first question.
Do you speak
Not always my
Chinese?
first question.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes I ask, you know.
But you do short videos like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I think 127 days.
It's like the
Come on, I have to
Precise.
make a judgment call. So which part of what you're saying is true and which part of what you're saying
You never
is
know.
totally
Is that the theme? You never
nonsense?
know. That's the theme tonight, right?
You never know.
You
never know.
We're not there yet.
We're
We're not there yet,
calling
right?
the chick
I got my poker face on.
Yeah, we're not there yet. So
No.
you've
But on
got your
seriousness-
art tones with you.
face.
I don't have a poker face.
But you do short videos,
I just do, I do long videos too. It's
long
just-
videos too.
My short videos are more popular. Because
Okay,
people's
so how-
attention span is like a
How big is your fan base now? How many followers?
little over 3 million.
Oh, it's a lot. On
3
which
million.
platform? On which
Almost as
platform?
much as yours.
Not even half of that.
Everywhere.
3 million. 3 million. That's a
Well,
lot.
over
That's a
3
lot.
million on Douyin.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Wow,
that's a lot.
big.
Congratulations, right? Congratulations. And
I
your
bought them
blog
all.
will be
I paid for them all.
But we can do it. We can just like pop in the streets and just ask a random stranger, do you speak English? I can do that.
No, you cannot.
Yes.
You need to
Because
have the
he's
whole
already doing that.
MPA. You have to have the whole MPA.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
He's already
no.
doing
It's
that.
genetics.
对，就是他经常干一点不靠谱的事情，就是到街上，
就是
在街上伸个话筒就问你会英语吗？
走到中国的大街小巷，
然后就
他经常是问一些大爷大妈，然后呢，他可能是想 challenge 别人，就是说
没有
想
他是觉得
挑战人家
好玩他就
对他
看
觉得好玩，说哎，你会英语吗？然后你知道我们这个不管是北京的大爷大妈，还是真的是全中国人民哦，现在真的是非常的开放，然后有非常非常多的人真英语非常好。
没有，他那次
对
碰到了一个在联合国工作过、
对
干过这个同船的一个
Yeah，
阿姨。
对
啊
对。
Anyway，来，飞扬，到你了，finally。
Hey guys, I'm He Yang. I am a radio host, and I know if you're a Gen Zer, supposedly you don't know what terrestrial radio is, and I don't know either. Radio has found new life on podcast, so I'm radio host by day and podcaster by night.
You have 2 jobs.
Kinda.
So you're like
Life is difficult in Beijing, right?
no,
You're branching out.
Like we call slash youth, like
Yeah.
斜杠青年. Like we have different possibilities and
Absolutely,
responsibilities, right?
and we have a strong presence on social media. Like anybody on media these days, you have to do the social bit. And
Do you do it in English or in Chinese?
mostly in English, but sometimes, due to popular demand, we throw in some Chinese too.
Yeah, 看心情，主要看心
You're
情。
from China?
Wait, yeah, 北京人呐，东城区的。
She speaks just like an American, like a
American 东城区。
But she went to school in London.
Yeah, I've been all over the
Where is
place.
your British
Yeah.
accent?
That's a good question. I guess, talking about whose influence is a little bit stronger, I guess.
Okay.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been doing this for actually 8 years.
8 years.
So I've grown with the show Round Table, and I've
Okay.
seen how it's.
You started the show yourself.
I was among the people who started it, and then basically nobody knew who we were. And then we grow gradually into China's biggest English discussion show in the radio side and also on podcast. So I've witnessed this whole change of landscape in media, and gosh, it's a privilege to be part of it.
Now, the question for the next round would be, why did you want to do this? Why did you...
But before we move to the restaurant, to the next round, maybe we
Restaurant?
still need to. I'm just a little bit hungry. I'm sorry, it's late here. We need still to remind our followers for joining us from a variety of different social media platforms. So if they're interested in our campaign, the contest still, so feel free to leave your comments and questions on the box of the comment area. We have the link for you. 所以呢，现在正在收看各个平台收看直播的网友们，待会儿呢，我们会在评论区会有我们专门的报名链接。所以，如果你有关于我们这次这个节目的任何的问题，都可以在评论区给我们留言，然后我们也会跟大家进行互动。
Yeah, and now we're live in Beijing, headquarters in Beijing of CGTN. So why did you want to do this? I mean, you studied economics.
I studied politics, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought it was just going to be like a summer
And I guess
job.
this is also the question that people will be asking themselves if they decide to be a candidate for this campaign.
Yeah, I guess so, because I joined, just wanted to have some fun and thought, oh, I'll be out of this over the summer and do some serious job and earn some serious money.
So
that
it was
didn't
not
happen.
serious.
Job or money. That's not very encouraging.
Well, I mean, okay, this is not the billionaire kind of job, right?
Yeah.
But what I got from it, did you not know? Well,
I thought it
He's a
was.
网红.
That's why I'm here.
Million followers.
Yeah.
maybe the pay grade is slightly different.
Yeah.
You know, it's very different, I guess.
I'm actually broke.
Let's talk later. So basically, I guess just the fulfillment that I got from the job and being able to connect with people. And there's something magical about radio and audio. That is the intimacy we managed to strike with complete strangers, no matter where you are. And we got these emails and messages, Facebook messages from some guy, with all respect, okay?
Wait. Just guys?
We're guys. Okay.
Well,
just followers.
plural, I
Okay.
suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
your listeners,
Sway,
your fans.
Sway, Hampshire, outside in London, and then kids from a remote village in the outskirts of Lanzhou, and said that, hey, we use your show as material for English learning and also to understand
Not 美乐,
what
but
the
yours.
world is like.
Do not use mine. Do not use
This can be
mine.
used as Chinese learning materials.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
And also being, some people say that your voice is what I hear last before I doze off to bed. I was like, no, is it like we're so boring that we're putting you to
it's
sleep?
a good thing.
And then they were like, no.
It soothes them.
You're like our friend that we invite to our bedroom and living room,
Excuse me.
kitchen, when they're like doing dishes and doing all kinds of things, but we're there with them. And that kind of companionship, that kind of, just being part of people's lives and being able just to touch people's life in any shape or form. That's what got me, and
that's fulfillment.
absolutely. And you can see how passionate I am even till today. So this is what I do, and I'm proud of it.
So you keep on doing this.
Yeah. That's what I think now.
Hesitated for a bit. Do you share this? I mean, why did you join?
No, Mei Yue is
Industry.
looking at her like,
Wait,
so
I'm the only one that's not employed by CGTN here, though.
So
Maybe we should start with everyone else
So?
first.
But how does it feel to be an influencer?
Yeah.
Like asking people, strangers
to
on the
be
streets.
a 网红, which is a Chinese name, literally meaning
You're very red
you're
online.
popular, you're extremely
very red
popular on
online.
the
You
net,
know,
on the
you're
So I'm
internet.
very red.
You're
Very
very red
red,
online.
net red.
Yeah.
Red.
How's it feel?
It's like lobster.
It's Don't do that to me when I haven't eaten dinner yet. Now all I can think
Okay.
about is dinner.
So
You
how
know,
does it
actually,
feel?
lobster professor Jordan Peterson is actually definitely
Who
an
did the
idol.
2 boxes?
His name is Lobster Professor?
Yes.
Let's
When,
get back to...
when did you know that you are actually 红
I know,
among Chinese?
because he took
Chinese?
part in Hanyuqiao, the Chinese bridge. At the time,
Yeah,
he was
actually,
here at Hunan. He was
Chinese
here on
proficiency
so the
competition,
training
yeah?
one. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. How'd you know that?
I did my homework.
Oh,
I'm professional,
wow.
He's
okay?
been following you.
It's my first time on Chinese TV. I went on Zhou on Weibo.
Yeah.
So I've
Because-
always been
because-
popular from the first
Why
moment
is
I
that?
went
It's
to
because
China.
you're no. It is
Look at
because
that
you're
smile. Look at that smile. He's like,
no.
okay.
It's because you're good looking, or it is because your Chinese is so good. Why is that? Why just you became so popular all of a sudden?
Come on. You know the answer to that.
I didn't know that, to be honest.
This is a 看脸的世界.
Meaning?
So, that
Meaning?
means everyone looks at your face.
But actually, you think he's English native, right? It's not. He doesn't speak any English before 7, if I remember
Oh my goodness.
correctly.
Who have you been talking to?
I used to be a reporter, so I did my homework.
Now this is the celebrity.
Are you sure you weren't a detective?
No,
I've never told
I did
anyone
homework
that.
of each and everyone.
I've never told anyone that before.
Wait, what I'm saying? What
You
I'm
did.
saying? Because how many years have you been now in China? For
Almost
5
5
years. What I'm saying is, say just one of the viewers when are watching this could be never been to China before,
Right.
and thinking about maybe one day trying their opportunities
Sure.
in China.
Sure.
How can they do it? Just like you.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Just go on the street.
I can't say this on live. No, I'm just kidding. You know, you got to find your area of expertise,
Yeah.
and you got to find an audience. It's that simple.
I think for him, that contest, the Chinese Bridge contest, is
That's
really
one way of doing
really
it.
one
right?
of the
One
really
way
good
of doing it.
opportunities.
I studied Chinese in college, and my professor was like, "You should try this competition
Yeah.
out
Like-
in China." I didn't know it was on Hunan Tai, which is a very popular TV
Right.
station. I didn't know that at the time. And then they.
And that also means for the followers who are watching this, this is a good opportunity to become people like Mei Yue or our
If you wanna be
colleagues,
someone like me,
the
I don't know.
CGTN Media Challenges, right? Just join us.
I don't know if you want to be somebody like me. I'm not a very good example of it. I'm not very.
Now you're
正经.
just being modest. 你现在就只是谦虚一下，是不是？其实内心
Fire
非常的骄傲。
3 million followers. That's pretty good.
I told you I bought them all.
That's pretty good. Yeah. How much did you spend on that?
1 million per follower. Oh, wait, 1 per follower.
Anyway, so you're rich.
Okay.
I told you I'm much higher.
Which platform is more expensive when you acquire your fans?
So on, can I say platform names?
Yes, please.
So on Douyin, it's 1.5 yuan per
Oh, really?
fan.
Oh, gosh.
On
Okay.
Red,
So you
it's
can actually do
3.6.
that.
That's why you're
You
broke.
can actually do that.
Now Kate
That's why I'm
is
broke.
into
That's the
those
reason you're
biz
broke.
and
Okay, that's the
financial thing.
that's
Yeah.
not the point. That's not the
Don't
point.
take my.
Let's go to Kate, please.
Okay.
Let's go to someone more 正经.
So the obvious question
Save
to
this
you,
show.
Kate, is you were with us, you were with CGTN,
Right.
or
Yep.
well, it was a different name, but
CCTV,
you know,
yes.
and you left and you
Right.
came back to join us again.
Okay.
Why? What made you make that decision?
Okay, let me be serious. Okay, let me tell the story.
You didn't buy any.
It sounds like a long story, so
I'll
okay.
keep it short. I'll keep it short. So when I was really young, just graduated from my school from Birmingham University.
still very young.
Thank you.
21.
Being a journalist in CCTV International at that time, there was no CGTN, right? You and I were colleagues at that time.
It was CCTV
time,
9,
There was
and then
CCTV 9,
News,
CCTV
and
9. It's called
CGTN.
CCTV International, right? So being a journalist was my first job. So CCTV International nurtured me. But then I left. After
Because?
I anchored for about 3 years
Yeah,
business
because
news.
why did you
Because
leave?
I think it actually takes a lot to be a serious business news reporter or anchor. I need to know what I am talking about. So I ducked out. I went to the real business world and practiced
And
in
you
the...
thought you were too young for that at the moment.
Seriously, I thought so because I didn't know what I'm talking about that time. So after I joined investment banking for 7 years in Merrill Lynch, and then I worked for JD.com for about 5-6 years as corporate executive. I thought that I might knew a little bit more
And
than
earned much more money. But
That
actually,
time.
when you were at JD, that's the
Right.
time that it got listed in New York Stock Exchange. Was
Right,
that the time?
right. I actually joined before the IPO, and then I left several years after IPO. So I think after I accumulated all these knowledge in the business world, I thought,
money.
well, money too, of course.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm now better equipped,
You seem
so I can come back.
Pretend to be surprised, you know?
So that's the real reason. I followed my heart. I started my career in CCTV International. I love journalism. So I think, anytime when I'm prepared, I can come back. So
Right.
that's
So
the,
How does it feel to be back after
Yeah.
working at Merrill Lynch and JD? How does it feel?
do you feel different?
looking at you, I feel old. but also I'm energized by you all. So I feel very good.
But
And,
seriously, I mean, when you when you sit behind the desk now, doing the same job like 14 years ago, do you feel different?
I actually think the environment nowadays is totally different. I mean, from working environment and also the audience's environment. Back then, about 18 years ago, seriously, no one really watched CCTV International.
You said 14 years ago.
18 years ago, 16 years ago, I think. I joined CCTV International in year 2003.
But
so
the thing is, I mean, at the time, when you left, we didn't really have people called Wang Hong at the time. And now there's a bunch of people.
I know, that's generation gap.
Right.
So do
Think
you,
about it.
Well, home is like a postmodern term for people with fake jobs, honestly.
It's a real job, man. Come on.
It's actually a name created after 2015.
The name is not important.
Yeah, but now you have to go with the type, right? You not only do those things on camera, you also do some vlogs, some short videos that can be posted on social media platforms, right?
Yes, I think one thing that I'd like to point out, it doesn't matter the distribution platform per se. The distribution platform can always be changed. Previously we had TV, television is probably the major broadcasting source, and then we have internet, and from internet we go mobile. So these are all go behind the technology upgrades, so to speak. So
You're
I think
taking me through history here.
So I think these things are relevant but irrelevant. But the content production is actually very important, and I think that is one of the key advantage of CGTN and the people here. Right.
We'll give you a few seconds. We'll take a break. We'll be right back, and we'll talk about Eva and Wang Guan's story. Why did they decide to join us?
首先呢，我们来简单的休息一下，待会儿再回来。
一会儿见。So Eva, it's your turn. Travelogue.
Travelogue.
You get to travel to a lot of places.
Right.
I can travel and explore China.
Extensively.
Is that the reason why you wanted to join CGTN?
Well, part of the reason. So I am actually coming from a marketing background. I used to work in the airline industry. I was doing PR and branding there, and I think when I started working in public relations and digital marketing, that was like my first real hands-on experience with coming in touch and getting in touch with media people. And I did study journalism, though, back then at the university in Vienna. And I was just always fascinated by how certain journalists and cultural journalists are able to share people's stories. And that really puts like the topic of storytelling into the spotlight these days. I mean, everyone is just, throwing around with terms as in, oh, it's really important to be a good storyteller, but what actually makes a storyteller a good storyteller? And also witnessing this shift from traditional media to a landscape of social media these days, I feel like the most important thing is really about just engaging with the audience. And are you bored?
No, I'm also wondering.
Oh my God!
He was trying to
Either he's bored or he's too
I know, I
concentrated.
can't read you right now.
to be attracted.
You've never seen children listening to the teacher tell
He's like,
stories? They're like, you sit like this.
He just had his story. He's
I was into it. I was like,
Okay.
His eyes fixated on you.
Eva, carry on.
Okay. Yeah.
She's distracted.
Where was I exactly? No, but I think it's like really important to be engaging and to be your authentic self. And like for me, some people might think if I just don't open my mouth and they think that, oh, you look so
like
serious or
so
something.
Pretty.
You're
not so serious. Just because you're sitting
much.
next to him, he's doing political news, and now she's like so serious, right?
Yeah, that's the influence probably.
I know.
No, but like, I'm a very goofy person. I'm so goofy. I love self-deprecating humor. And like, you make fun of yourself.
Self-deprecating humor?
No, self-deprecating.
Deprecating.
Deprecating.
Yeah.
Deprecating.
Stop it.
自嘲
Yeah.
对，但是美月你知道她很擅长的，美月擅长冷
黑别人
冷笑话，
黑别人
冷
黑
笑话
别人。
哎，我跟你，他曾经说的就是他曾经在问别人的一个说 ，so sorry to
No worries,
interrupt
please go
me.
ahead.
Okay, a
Welcome
question.
to the 美月 show.
美月说就问别人说，你知道如果不时尚的男士叫什么吗？This is a question that he popped to, I don't know, a stranger or 叫什么吗？
一个非常不时尚的男人叫什么？
男士叫
你为什么要看他一眼呢？
对，
在
什么意
问大家
思呢？，
一个非常不时尚的男人叫什么
Let's take another break.
？No, you have to hear this. It's going to make your day.
So what is it?
It's not funny, but he thinks it's so funny.
What is it?
Ultraman.
Oh, Ultraman.
Oh my god. Okay,
You're out.
Let's just
That's
wrap
why
up.
it's Ultraman.
But it sounds like
Okay.
Ultraman.
There's even worse one.
You know the special effect on TV? It's like flying over.
No, there's an even worse one that he
is that?
told. 如果他空手来了你家，是什么？
I'm not interested. I'm still more
Okay.
interested in Eva's story.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate you.
Again, if anyone who is watching this live feed
Yeah.
from other countries and when they look at your story, what do you think that would be the inspiring point to them?
Well, I hope the inspiring point would just be, like it's okay to be goofy, silly at times, as long as you're doing you and you have your own unique style. So I think it's like very important to have this unique selling point. And like, for example, for me, I would say it's my goofiness. I would say it's my self-deprecating humor, and I would also say it's I sometimes do like to, like flex on my.
I can see that.
So basically,
yeah.
what I'm getting is, it seems because we're seeing different personalities.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will come to you, to that point. We're seeing different personalities. It seems you can always find a niche.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
3 ladies work
Yes.
For CGTN,
CRI, CGTN,
yeah, business show,
influencer. He's
travel
found his own
shows.
place, so
Right.
that's fine. It's all different styles.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What
Exactly.
about,
exactly.
let's ask Wang Guan.
Wang Guan.
What's your selling point? Okay, that's a top
A lot,
question.
quite a lot. Okay,
Millions,
guys.
right?
Now the question is, why did you want to do this?
Well, back in the day, I wanted to be a football player.
Okay, I know
And
he's
in
gonna
fact,
say that.
Seriously?
I almost became
You were
one in
trained
1995.
as a professional
Yeah,
football player.
He has the
山东鲁
talent.
能泰山少儿队. That was
少年队还是少儿队？
少儿队.
少儿队。
At 9, so I would say that was a highlight of my younger years.
It came early. Okay.
后来
Highlight of your life. Yeah.
Okay.
后来发现呢，第一志愿 obviously today apparently 落空了，但是
Oh my God.
as a journalist, you can still do a lot, and I really love this platform. I started 14 years ago. Started as a copywriter,
Right.
editor,
Yeah.
overnight news writer, and then on-air reporter, news
Overnight
anchor,
news writer.
foreign correspondent, of course.
Yeah.
This platform, what I like about it, meritocracy and upward mobility. If you work hard, you can work your way up. And,
Is meritocracy still a good word?
why not?
It
I
could
guess it is.
But the thing is, I mean, when did you become an anchor?
Back in DC,
So you
right?
didn't watch us at all? 3 years ago. 3 years
I'm
ago in
asking
Washington,
questions,
D.C.
right?
So
3 years ago.
Right.
for
So-
weekdays, I was reporting for
Yeah.
Mandarin channels, and then on weekends, I do English language news.
So what
Right.
do you want to do? I mean, what did you want to do? To be an anchor or to be a reporter or?
All right. So when I was graduating from college, I had 2 options actually. I had been working for the Associated Press Beijing office for 10 months, so I could sign up with AP. But then also I was enrolled with CCTV back then, and I thought, hey, China doesn't really have a news network that has a global impact, global footprint,
Right.
that is respected globally. So I said, why not? I
So you
guess.
still think you made the right choice even
Yeah.
today, right?
Love it.
Because
What does it take to be where you are?
Well, I think just curious, curious about people, about things that you're doing. The good thing about
Right.
this job is you get to travel. You get to travel a whole lot in the
Don't
U.S.
you-
and now in China.
Exactly.
You meet a lot of interesting people.
Yeah. Talking about traveling, so you're on Travelog in America.
He's joining soon. He's joining soon. It's my new
Do you need
colleague.
a partner?
Have you
Exactly.
traveled it extensively or
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit?
No,
40
I think
states.
it's
I think
it's
in the
40
US.
out of 50?
Yeah.
40 out of 50. Still got a few more to
Right.
hit.
Wow, 40 states. Seriously.
Yeah. So we
So join
went
us,
to
guys.
we went to the States together in
Yeah,
20
actually.
at the end of 2011.
Wow.
At the time, there's the loss going on. The
Yeah.
presidential campaign, some
Campaign.
natural disasters, shooting cases, like breaking news everywhere. So we
every day in
travel like extensively in the States.
So
What was
if you-
that? Sorry.
Shooting
That's
cases,
every
That's
day.
like every day in America. Shooting cases.
If you like traveling, you can choose either to join Travelog or to be a journalist in America.
And also sign up for our special campaign.
Yeah, what
called
I'm saying is
Media
CGTN
Challenges,
journalist,
right?
CGTN reporter. In America, you get also get to travel.
Join us, you can work
Not
probably
only in
for
America, actually,
CC
and
Bureau.
everywhere. As a reporter,
Yeah.
this is like a really rewarding experience to travel around.
And one more thing I
Reporting,
want to tell you,
coverage.
it's really fun working for CGT in America. You know, back then we have about 200 employees coming from 20 different countries and cultures.
Yeah.
So basically, Esther can tell you, basically every week we have a holiday. This week is a Persian
you mean?
holiday.
Oh, wow.
Next week's the Indian holiday. We observe all the nationalities'
It's not like
holidays.
holidays, it's just like festivities, right?
Festivities or
That's
their
right.
traditions, or you know,
How did you celebrate?
The Jewish holiday, you know,
Eat
so
some special food.
always a
or-
food or
Yeah.
cake
Yeah,
or
I mean, the holiday
feast.
festivities.
It's a very
all about
diverse
food.
crowd. It's a very diverse team that you work with here
Okay.
Yeah.
on CGTN.
You know what I was thinking is with all this traveling and all this work that you do, you could even start your own 自媒体 on the side too, right? Because you probably have the time and
With you, yeah.
I mean, like for example, you travel a
he
lot.
has his own
you know.
commentary on
Exactly.
like the most important political news each week, right? It's like a weekly
Some people find it
commentary.
boring, yeah. But
No. It's
So
very
everyone else finds it
sophisticated.
interesting. Is that what you're saying?
I still want to come back to what we're doing seriously tonight. We're trying to recruit new talents from around the world.
Exactly.
You're expected to submit a 3-minute long video on different platforms, including
CGTN app, the official website, CGTN official account on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, 新浪微博、Bilibili, and also 央视频 and also 如果你要想知道我们报名的信息和一些这个具体的方式呢，可以在评论区给我们留言互动，我们会有专门的链接，同时还有专门的这个报名的链接。
That was
It's like
good.
rap.
That was good.
I
Wang Guan,
know.
can you do that?
Okay, start. Okay, let me tell you
I
again.
cannot do nearly as fast as my sister.
Now, what I want you to do is think about it, the 3-minute long video, and they're expected to do. Do you have enough tips to share with them? We'll take a break. We'll be right back. And welcome back. So very quickly,
Yeah.
some tips for our new talents, our potential candidates who might be joining us soon in the future. So any tips
有
for
没
the
有什么
3-minute?
建议对于想要参加我们这
3-minute video,
个
yes.
活动的一些参
三
与者？
分钟视频，他们应该做点什么？
If anyone wants to recruit in finance sector or business news reporting sector in CGTN, there are several things that I need in your video. I need you to show that you're able to do your Excel file sheet very well. And also, I need you to demonstrate that you can read the company research report very well. And
Don't
also,
scare them away.
I'm kidding.
Come on.
Just
trying to-
doing.
We're trying
appreciate
to
your humor.
attract new people.
I appreciate her
just,
humor.
just be passionate and show your love to the business world and your eagerness to learn. I think that's it.
Quick tips. Quick
Yeah, I
tips
would
for
say
video. Yes.
you have to be yourself and believe in what you are saying. 'cause-
Am I not always myself every day?
You are just
be
too
another
much of
person.
yourself.
Just look at the mirror. Hey, it's not me.
No, I don't remember who
Okay,
that
be
is.
true to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. Yeah.
Yes, and
Not pretend. Don't
Not
pretend to be
pretending.
someone
yeah, I
that
think
you're not.
authenticity is definitely something that people really relate
Indeed.
to and appreciate these
Yeah.
days.
Authenticity and 美悦.
美月, they'll say just being good looking.
Be very good looking or
厚脸皮。
be willing to dish out some money to get plastic surgery.
Now, your tip would be know where the camera is. It's always looking for the camera.
That's not helping actually.
Oh wait, I'm talking to you.
Not helping.
I'm talking to you. I'm sorry.
Eva, your tip?
My tip, be curious. Have this like inherited curiosity. If you want to join Travelog, for example, there's always a story waiting somewhere in the corner to be picked up. Have that like kind of like sense to grasp that one story, tweak it your way, and like present it and be your authentic self as we spoke
They
before.
speak multi languages maybe.
And that's always a bonus. So.
Yeah.
no.
王冠.
Yeah, I would second that. I would say that be curious and also do your homework. I think it takes good investigative skills to be a good reporter. Always go to the source of what's happening. You know, I've been a reporter for 13, 14 years. I really love to dig deep and then go to the source of what's happening, be it a quote or a source of the story, go to the source of what's happening and just be a good reporter.
So do I also need that if I'm just doing a video for Mapo Doufu?
Mapo Doufu has history to it.
Anyway, yeah, all different styles of video clips. Anyway, you choose what you need. And we are also going to invite some tips from some serious influences on the internet.
Right, actually some friends of ours and also frequent guests of CGTN. Let's now welcome them. 欢迎我们3位的线上嘉宾加入到我们今天的直播当中。
Please welcome 安泽。
Welcome 安泽。
And Sean Gibson.
Welcome.
Hello. And Miss 曹导 welcome. 欢迎各位。
Hi.
I just
They're floating right there.
the stage is yours. Say hello. Hey, where are they? Say hello to our viewers, please.
Okay.
Anza, let's start from you.
Hello everyone, my name is Angela, I'm from Latvia and I've been living in China for 13 years and right now I'm doing my PhD at the Peking University in Journalism and Communication Studies. Wow. Yeah, and I'm very happy to join you today.
Okay. Wow. Sean?
Hello, my name's Sean, as you already know, and I am now based in Beijing. I am a musician, music producer, singer-songwriter, and I'm really passionate about Chinese traditional music. So that's why I find myself living in Beijing now, learning so much about traditional Chinese cultures, traditional Chinese music, instruments, all that sort of thing. So yeah, very glad to be here today. Thanks for inviting me.
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Okay.
Liverpool, actually, right?
Yeah.
The accent, right?
Miss
Yeah,
Hao
kind of near Liverpool,
Sorry,
yeah.
Okay.
Hao
Hi everyone, I'm from Qingdao, so Shandong, 老乡。
老乡，嗨，
吃嘎了，吃嘎了。
哈喜猪。
是嘎了。I've been a vlogger for almost 3 years. Before COVID, I used to do challenge videos like deserted island survival series and driving across a continent on a very low budget.
Yeah.
But now I mainly do career experience vlogs and talk shows. So hopefully the pandemic will be over soon and I can continue to explore the world more.
Right.
So you're Cao Dao, you're not a director.
I am not the director, but hopefully I am the director of my own life.
And also your own vlog. You know, what is really interesting is when she was a vlog for tourism sector, there's so many interesting, very interesting coverage that she did. She thought it's going to become really popular online, right? Living on those extreme conditions. But that didn't went really popular. And what really become viral online is those Korea experiencing series.
You never know. So is that also
exactly.
a question that you ask yourself every day? How can I produce a content which is to be welcomed, to be popular with the viewers? And how do you answer this question to yourself? Hao Dao.
I think it's just to be true to yourself, to explore your inner self, like what is you really want to do. I don't really think about the audience. I think about myself. I think what's where my passion lies.
So true yourself, but ignore the
who I want
viewers,
to talk
ignore
to.
your fans. Is that basically what you're saying?
That's not what she means. No.
But
Don't, just ignore
you're saying
them.
talk to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. You don't think about your viewers, your fans.
No, just expressing her true self to the
in my
followers.
experience.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, I find it. Yeah, so in my experience, when I think about the audience and not think about myself, it doesn't always come out good.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, the other two are also nodding. Sean, do you agree?
It seems to be really
I
agreeable.
agree in the sense that I think it's very
Do you
important
agree?
to not chase followers, in the sense, at least from my perspective, I use online platforms like a stage. So like nowadays, going to do shows in live bars, things like that, is not that useful to build a large following because most people are online at home these days. So for me, I use these platforms as a way to...
I'm sorry?
I do, yeah. I write songs about the things that inspire me in life and sing those. And also I make vlogs about the experiences that I have within China traveling around. So for me, in terms of building a following, I think it's a great platform for me to reach people. Because obviously as a songwriter, you're writing songs for people, right? So I think an online platform is a great way to kind of build that fan base, to build a following, and I mean, for me, it's like building a family that we can then sort of share culture and things with each other. So I don't really chase followers. I mean, some people, obviously, they have large companies behind them. They can spend a lot of money on promotion, things like that. But for me, everything has grown very organically, literally just posting things that I love, and then I get feedback from my followers as well. And eventually those followers become fans, and we slowly build that relationship up. So it's kind of like an exchange. So obviously I need to care about what they like to watch and the kind of music that they enjoy to listen to, and then combine that with the new things that I find that I'm passionate about, and go from there really. And that's how I've built my following to what it is today.
How big is your following now?
It's roughly about 1 million followers on Douyin.
Not as big as Mei Yue's.
Well, I tend to focus away from Bilibili actually.
Yeah, I think so. Try.
But Sean,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I also like to dab in music sometimes, so maybe we can collab or something.
You can compete
Yeah, sure.
on that front.
Sure,
3
hit me up.
million versus 1 million.
1 million.
We actually did a cover to the same song.
All right.
Yeah,
Did we?
But Sean, do you do it in Chinese or in English?
Both.
Wow.
I sing in Chinese, but I like to rewrite Chinese lyrics into English and sing them in the hope that I can let more Western friends kind of
Very impressive.
be introduced to Chinese music.
And Dr. Anze, do we also sing Chinese songs?
I'm still on my way. Only a PhD candidate.
How does it feel to go back
I
to
totally
school?
agree with that.
It's so good, right?
Young. I'm feeling young. Yeah.
This is like 21 again.
Well, for me,
right?
It's 21.
yeah, back to my 21. Yes. Well, for me, it's also a kind of self-exploration. I'm still on my way because I don't have 3 million followers. But I think
You
that
have
the
the
important
potential.
thing is like to.
Go ahead.
I'll try to do my best. It's like to do what you're interested in and what you're good at, because it takes time and you need to be patient, because it's not like you're doing like making one video today and tomorrow you're becoming popular. It's not like this. So before that, I was going like trying to go with the flow thing, like everyone was dancing and I was doing the same, singing the same things, and then I decided that I wanted to do something on my own. And I realized that I was interested in music, like not only about the first impression, about melody or rhythm, but about lyrics. What is the story behind and what people are singing about? So this is what I started to do, and that was my content. And I realized that, yeah, people started to like it, and that's my audience.
I can't just ignore the fact that, you know, our 3 new friends online, 2 foreigners, 1 Chinese. So do you feel that you're treated differently by your fans on the internet?
How to understand that? I'm sorry.
Basically, because you know, 2 of you are foreigners, but you know, developing, having your career in China, also using the same basically social platforms that as we use. Chinese, let's say, wanghongs or you know, influencers on the net and foreign influencers on the net. Are they? Do you feel you're any kind of different at all from each other in the way that you're treated by your fans?
Privilege. Foreign privilege.
You're as red as Chinese.
It's hard to say. I think that
It's
we
really
have
hard
to
to
Getting tricky here.
Honest.
Basically, I mean, as a foreign wanghong on the Chinese social platform, do you feel it a advantage or a privilege, or I don't know. I mean,
Definitely.
Yeah, is it?
Is it harder or
I
is
don't
it
think
easier?
so.
It's a lot easier as a foreigner.
Because
A lot easier.
traffic
I
is
think
it's the
traffic
same.
a lot more concentrated.
Because
you guys?
So you can say it first.
Is it easier?
I don't think it's easier. It could be a little bit easier maybe if you have started a few years before, because there were not so many foreigners doing this. But right now I think that there's so many topics to do, and it's so easy to do this right now. So I think that you have this challenge to find the right way and find what people might be interested in. It's not like only just having camera in front of you and that's it. Yeah.
No. So as a foreigner, you don't actually get particularly allocated traffic from the platform.
That's what business reporters ask. Oh my God.
Now you still need to pay for that, for the traffic.
It depends on what you're talking about.
So you don't really get special allocation in terms of the traffic from the platform, do you?
I don't know what that
I
means.
think it varies from case to case.
No, shaking the head. Sean, did you? Did you get any special treatment from the platform?
I've never received any special treatment from the platforms because of my nationality. I think I have sort of, I don't know, because what I'm doing is kind of a little bit different to most people. And I think if you're uploading videos that people like and they're gaining traction online, then you will gain support from those platforms. But that's an equal playing field. It doesn't matter where you're from.
You're asking
if you're uploading
all those serious questions.
Real questions. These are the questions. These are the questions that people would be interested in knowing.
Good questions.
They're laughing so hard, and now they're just like, straight so serious. No,
Come
let's
on.
go back
This
to
is
some
a
phone
serious,
questions, please.
serious live feed.
It is. So let's go. Okay, are you still there? Okay, great, guys. So you know CGTN is hiring globally.
Yeah.
So yeah, any advices, suggestions for them?
Not yet. Now let me.
Not yet?
Let me. Cao Dao, can you? Do you want to add anything about the same
I like
question?
Which question?
Okay, now they're just
That is a good question.
That's a good one.
Yeah, compared to your foreign colleagues on the internet, do you feel that you're taking it, in an easier way or in a more difficult way?
I think I'm taking the normal way because on the Chinese social media, the followers are Chinese. I'm Chinese. We have no cultural barriers, and I'm just a normal, regular 网红.
网红. Happy to be a 网红. So let's come back to your question.
Okay,
then.
great.
Yeah.
Now CGT is hiring, as we said, talents of different kind, reporters, anchors, influencers like you guys. So any advice or suggestions for all the people who are interested in our campaign?
Tips.
Well, I think just being confident in front of camera, this is the most important thing, because people can see that and feel that, because we have only screen separating us, but when you're watching and telling what would you like to talk about, so this is the most important thing. Just feel confident, because these 3 minutes, they are yours, the stage is yours, so just enjoy.
Okay, enjoy and be confident. Great.
Sean?
Yes.
I think for anybody who is unsure about whether they should enter the competition or not, I think just go for it. Throw yourself into a new experience and see what happens. I mean, I still remember the time I was a TV host once, and I'd only been learning Chinese for 6 weeks. And I don't know why I was asked to do it, but I was. Probably because I'm a foreigner at that time. And because it was about foreigners in Suzhou, so they asked me to do the TV show, and they also asked me, they just reassured me, I was like, it will be in English, right? Because my Chinese isn't good. Yes, of course it's English, it's fine. And then, just a little bit of Chinese, okay? I'm like, okay, just a few sentences is okay. And then it ended up being half in Chinese,
Okay.
of course. So,
But you survived.
but it was a fantastic experience, exactly. And it's now a great story to tell. So don't be afraid to take a risk, take a challenge, go for it.
Go for it. Great. Be courage. And also, Cao Dao.
Cao Dao.
I think it's don't be afraid of being too old, because like when I started this career as a 网红, I was almost 30 years old. So it's been 3 years now. I'm doing pretty well, and I think if you are concerned about your age, then don't. It's never too late.
So that
Okay.
we are say, don't be afraid of getting old.
No,
when
not
I
that,
almost
not
got
that, not
30,
that.
and Uncle Ji Xiaojun is like, oh my
Uncle
God,
Ji
30 is so young. Oh my God.
Anyway,
But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A big
Yeah.
thank you to all of you. Thank you so much.
Joining us online and
Shout
in
out
here.
to Sean, to Anze, and best luck to Anze for your PhD degree. Thank you.
Doctor, hopefully in
All right.
future.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I still have 3 years
Bye
left.
bye. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
So, the age bar for a Wang Hong is 30 years of age. 30 years old. I should say it's too old to be a Wang Hong if you're 30 years
Okay,
of
but
age.
yeah, from your point of view, do you think he's young enough to be a Wang Hong? Does he still have the chance?
Could be any time.
He's
Well, if
already
30 is
a
the
Wang
age.
Hong.
Well, if 30 is the age, then right?
He's
You're
already
okay.
a Wang
He's already a Wang Hong with like 6 million.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
OK，那接下来我们要看一个小片儿，对不对？
Yes.
这个小片儿其实非常的特别，因为呢，它是来自我们3个区域制作中心的同事，给我们即将要来参加我们这个活动和挑战的选手们一些小片儿。但是这个我们还有这个好菜要等到最后才上，所以 let's just take a short break.
I'm serious.
Okay, I'm
take a
sorry.
break.
I
We'll
thought
be
you were
right
kidding.
back. 一会儿见。
一会儿见。
And welcome back. I'm
again.
checking.
So for those followers who are joining us online from a variety of different platforms, including CGTN app, the official website, CGTN official account on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Sina Weibo, and Bilibili, and Yang Shipin, welcome back again. I love that part. I know.
Bravo, bravo.
Thank you.
Can you do that again?
Thank you. No, you need to pay for that. So how about let's read some comments from
Okay,
the followers.
go ahead,
They're
go
really
ahead.
interesting comments.
Go ahead.
我们来看一下我们各个平台的这个现在网友的互动啊，哇，这个真的是中间的小哥打光打得好，
他穿白衬衫，中间白衬衫。
这个小哥是中间的啊。
What else?
OK，我在英国 Bradford 上留过学，各位观众们好，你也好，还有叫运宝，哇，叫我的名字，说明我还是一个宝宝。然后呢，现在其实，在我们各个平台的入口呢，是有专门的这个报名的入口，所以大家一定要赶紧戳那里。不管
Just go to the comment box area and to find the registration details for our campaign. You know, just use the platform.
Yeah, exactly.
That you're now watching our live stream.
And some people say 俊男美女，Some people say 王冠好帅啊。这个冠哥，这是你今天花钱专门找的托儿是不是？还有一个写的想听听王冠的故事，这是第2个人。你今天是雇了几个托儿呢？看看还有没有第3个啊
There will be some stories.
Okay. Also, people say 英语考试比这儿难得多，这是口语。Okay, is that a compliment? Hard to say. Okay, so yeah, just feel free to join us and leave your comments and inputs.
But I mean, this is the fun part of it because basically it's live on different platforms and our viewers from around the world, they're joining our discussion.
There's a more interesting one 是一个在哔哩哔哩的网友上，他说只是直播吗？还是我在直播间看电视？我们想告诉这位宝宝，你真的是在看直播，这是一个真实的直播 ，OK？ 对，喜欢上的理念，对我感觉 CGTN 每天都表达对这个世界的开心和问候，也希望我们可以给他带到非常好的祝福，对吗
That is a very good slogan, huh?
What is it?
向每一天向全世界在表达我们的
开心与问候。
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, now come on. Let's come back. I want you to comment maybe not this time. I want you to comment on their comments. Do you have anything to say about what they have?
Yeah，他们就说到王冠很帅的时候，
王冠
你有什么 comment？
多说点王冠，
对，
帅哥多说一点。
对对对，打光打得好。
Yeah, it's the lighting.
Yeah, and the white shirt.
We have a very handsome guy over there, so. Are you sure you're talking about me or you're talking about him?
没有，就是你。
You meant me or you meant him?
就是你。刚才那个小眼神可以再来一下。
对。
It's only for my.
Well, no, just stand by. 3, 2, 1, go.
No， 但是如果是在街上，比如咱们同时叫他们俩帅哥，可能王冠是会回头，美月不会回头，因为刚刚化妆师就想叫美月说：“帅哥，你可以过来化妆了。”然后美月根本就没有反应。
好吧。
Okay, really modest. You're just being so modest.
虽说是看脸的时代，但是呢，实力也很重要，所以我们必须要回到今天的主题。
Exactly.
3分钟视频，实力脸很重要，实力也很重要。所以again, we have to come back to the 3-minute video that you're expected to submit if you're going to sign up for our campaign. Next, we're going to introduce to you some of our colleagues who are based in different production centers in
Washington, D.C., Nairobi, London,
and London are 3 regional production centers. And let's hear what they have to say.
接下来呢，我们来看一看一个小片，是我们这个国际的同事来自非洲的内罗毕，还有美国华盛顿以及英国伦敦的这个区域制作中心。
是的，
来看一看他们有什么话想对大家说。
Well, I think the advice I would give initially to anyone starting out as a journalist or a television presenter is always check the information you're using from at least 2 different sources. And also, never be afraid to ask a question. Sometimes what may sound to you and others like a silly question sometimes gets the most honest and the best answer. And because as a reporter or presenter, you'll always be asking questions, sometimes of people who consider themselves experts, you need to have done your research and all your homework. You can't refute an answer to your question unless you really know your facts and your story. And the secret of good interviewing is to always have the information in your head to refute the answer or admit the truth of the story and reveal something not always seen or heard before. Now, some advice for journalists. We are, after all, storytellers, and all good stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So learn how to construct your story, whether it's a newspaper article or a television feature. Doing that will focus your mind and your writing style and your delivery, and will enable you to perhaps leave the reader or viewer with the most important or interesting piece of information of the story at the end. Remember, good and clear, concise writing will get your message across and tell your story the best way. My second piece of advice on that score is to listen while you're interviewing. I know it sounds silly, doesn't it? Like telling a subaqueous diver to breathe underwater. But trust me, divers are sometimes concentrating so much on what they're doing and their equipment while underwater, they forget to breathe. And it's the same in an interview situation. Don't be in a big hurry to ask the next question you have prepared beforehand. Listen to the guest. Listen to the person you're interviewing, because he or she could be saying something surprising. And there's nothing worse than watching an interviewer miss the all too obvious question because they're reading the next question in front of them on their prepared list. Always remember, your job is to find information not previously known to somebody else. You should always be asking for new information, looking for new information. And my last piece of advice is try and establish a rapport, not a friendship with the guest or interviewee, a relaxed start, a friendly start, not overly friendly, but perhaps chat about something you both have in common. Do some research on that. I did that in a recent interview with an ambassador, and we established a rapport about tennis. Now, that saw us right through the first few questions, relaxed the guest, relaxed me, and the interview went very well. And you should always make sure that the interviewee feels as relaxed as possible so you get the best possible responses from them. A good interviewer is welcoming, conversational, sympathetic, and considerate. These are all very important qualities. And remember, often you may want to revisit the story in the future, so try not to be too antagonistic. And lastly, remember the most essential part of any journalist's job: be curious. If you're not curious, you might as well forget all the advice I've just given.
Well, hello and welcome. I'm Richard Nta, anchor for Africa Live, Sports Scene, and The Link.
And I'm Beatrice Marshall, host of Talk Africa and Africa Live, based right here in Nairobi.
Well, Beatrice, where do we begin?
Well, Richard, I want to hear your story because you have been a global anchor and you have been an anchor for over 10 years now. What does it take to be a good storyteller?
You know, that's a very good question. And if you ask me, I'll say clarity, be more conversational, and of course, poise is very important. Well, increase your vocabulary. Do what you can to improve your diction. And when you speak to your viewers, I would say treat your bulletin as if your viewers were in your living room. And of course, we do make mistakes, right? So poise is very important, courage under fire, and be able to correct your mistakes as fast as possible.
So I just want to add on to that to say my mentor at the very beginning of my career once said to me, it really doesn't matter about the mistake because you are on live television. What matters is how you recover.
That's very important. And Beatrice, I'm not letting you off the hook. You have had the privilege and good fortune of interviewing some very important people, from CEOs to heads of state. How has that impacted your life, and what experience have you drawn from that?
You've used a very interesting word, privilege. It is true, I have had the opportunity and privilege as a global anchor with CGTN to interview a diverse number and array of people, so to put it that way. And, you know, I have traveled very widely, you know, not just on the continent in Africa, but also overseas. You know, I've been to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to Beijing, many cities in China, to, you know, Colombia. And that is as a result of my work as a global anchor for CGTN. Now, interesting that you point out about all these people that have had the good fortune to interview heads of state. They tell you about the challenges they're facing, you know, in their countries.
Were you ever nervous?
Yes, of course. I am nervous. Sometimes I'm nervous. But then again, most of these people, you know, they have been interviewed by a lot of people, so they have information at their fingertips. It's very easy to interview a head of state because he, you know, he tells you about his country, his challenges, how he's overcoming them, the legacy he wants to leave, and you get a lot of insights, and your worldview really changes. One of the things that we are changing about Africa is the narrative, you know, because when you look at international media, you know, they often talk about starvation, famine, poverty. You travel around the continent, you see the resilience of the African people. You see a different story. You know, Kenya, for instance, recently launched 5G, courtesy of Huawei. Mm-hmm. Now tell us, Richard, about your challenges. I want to hear about the challenges and some of the big events that you've covered.
Well, for me, I would say interviews. When you are working your bulletin and you're speaking to a correspondent or an analyst, you have a condensed amount of time to draw out the most important information. So you've got to ask the right question at the right time. So that's always been a challenge, and it's always been a goal to be on top of the story, know what the story is all about, and of course, you know, ask the right questions. So that's it for me.
All right, it's really been a very insightful and a privilege working for CGTN.
Absolutely. Well, let's leave it there for now, Beatrice. On behalf of Beatrice Marshall, I'm Richard Nta, and those are the insights of being an international anchor.
Hi there, I'm Mike Walter. I'm a general news anchor and the host of Full Frame here at CGTN America.
Hi Mike, and I'm of course Nathan King, White House correspondent here at CGTN America, but also do lots of other things too. It's a very varied job, isn't it, Mike?
In fact, we're going to do something different here as well. We're not going to talk about news, we're going to talk about our careers. So talk about some of the challenges you've faced in your career.
Oh my God, it's been fantastic. You know, I feel completely blessed, as well as interviewing amazing people like Nelson Mandela, for example, traveling with Kofi Annan through Africa, interviewing, you know, presidents and stuff. I've also been shot at. I've been stranded in the desert. I've been in the freezing cold in Alaska recently. You know, no job is too big or too small. But what I really love about this job is just the varied opportunities I get to essentially And I know a lot of people say this, but you are there at the first draft of history, and it really is a humbling moment. And everyone, well, I can't believe I get paid for this.
Yeah, it's so true. And sometimes assignments come to you. I was driving into work one day. You know this story. I've told you a million times. It was a sunny day in September. Suddenly, it was September 11th, and I watched as the plane went into the Pentagon. So, you're an eyewitness, and then you have to put on the journalism hat and try and tell the story as well. So we're always facing those challenges, but that's what makes this job so interesting. And so that's what I want to talk to you about. If somebody wants to get into this field, obviously passion is a key ingredient, but what are some of the tools you say they would need?
Read, listen, learn. I mean, I never stop working, but it's working such a pleasure. I have bookshelves at home full of China books dating back, to the 1940s to present day. I listen to podcasts all the time. I read reports. I talk to people off the record a lot about what they're going through, officials and also people who have been officials. It's just that general inquisitiveness that you need to bring every day. Just keep across everything that could be your beat. Think about ideas that people perhaps haven't had, a different way to treat international news, different way to treat when you're talking about maybe difficult subjects like trade, for example. A way of presenting it to people where they get it and how it matters to their family. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge that I would never change. It beats working in a cubicle, right?
And I think what you're saying is so important because we tend to live in these bubbles. You got to expand that and spend as much time as you can, as you say, with sources, getting information. And then one of the great things about our job, I feel like I work at the UN. We have so many people from different parts of the world, and that really kind of opens up your viewpoint on how you see things.
Yeah, I've worked in international relations reporting for 20 odd years, more than that. And this last 7 years at CGTN America, it's really opened my eyes. Not just the people here, but the people in China. We get to travel. It really is an amazing job.
Speaking of China, we're going to send it back to Zhou Yun.
Thank you so much. This is my colleague Mike Water and Mei Thinking in DC.
满满的干货哈。
满满的信息量。
Yeah, how do you say it? 干货 in English?
It's just like dry stuff and information and knowledge.
Exactly. Well, all these tips, I guess, we can also learn from and to use them.
Exactly.
In our work. And again, this is the live stream. This is the launching ceremony of CGTN Global Media Challenges
Talent campaign.
We're
We're broadcasting live from a variety of different platforms. I won't repeat that again.
Go ahead. Do that again.
Including, okay, now we try.
Wait. Let's 3, 2, 1, go.
Include CGTN app, the official website, CGTN official account on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Sina Weibo, and much more. So stay tuned with us, please.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
一会儿回来。
And welcome back.
Again and again and again. Hello there.
Here is a little test for all of you. See how much you know about our own network, CGTN.
Yep, exactly.
We'll stop anywhere, so just jump in anytime. CGTN 是一个多平台的国际传播机构，旗下包括6个电视频道，分别是哪6个频道？王冠。
西班牙语、法语、阿拉伯语、俄罗斯语、英语。
One more to go.
那个
纪录片。
纪录片频道。
Documentary, CGTN documentary, you got it right. 然后再由3个海外区域制作中心，分别是在哪儿？伊娃，你 OK?
Who wants the question? You go.
You go ahead.
Okay. London, Washington D.C., and Nairobi.
Okay,
And
great.
Nairobi, which is the first overseas distribution, now production center.
Which one is the first?
I'm gonna phone a friend.
You're gonna call me, or you're gonna call Frank?
You can cross out the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Washington.
Okay.
Washington
And when
D.C.
was that?
exactly.
Washington.
When was
When
that?
was that?
When was that?
Long time ago.
I'm gonna ask the
Hold
audience.
another.
Long time ago. That's a good
That was
answer.
2012.
Yep.
2012.
Yep.
It should be April the 26th.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I don't even remember
We were
that.
both
we were
over
both
there.
there.
We
We
didn't
were
even
like still
remember
thinking.
that.
Because
Wow.
that's also the
Your birthday?
no.
When you
the
were
birthday,
born.
the birthday of my show is called Crossover.
Oh, that's why.
Is it about basketball?
Okay.
Here we go. 也包括一个国际视频通讯社和一个新闻网。CGTN 通过数字平台进行内容分发，全球粉丝数超过 Kate
100 million, maybe?
100 million. Good guess, Eva.
Close enough.
Probably 100. I'll go
One.
for 110
101
million.
million.
101
million.
Go higher. It's, the official number is 106.
60.
Oh, so pretty
60
close.
million.
160 million followers worldwide.
That's a lot.
CGTN 还获得了各类全球大奖，包括哪些？Impossible to answer.
The
So,
list,
包括哪些
the list goes on forever. 比如
Yeah.
说获过艾美奖，包括中国新闻奖等等等等，非常非常多的奖项。
Indeed, interesting. So now this is the we're coming to the not the end but to the last segment of our launching ceremony. It's called You Never Know.
Yep.
Basically, I name it You Never Know because you never know what your colleagues are capable of. Because basically, you know, you
I
see
only
your
know
colleagues in the
Wang Guan.
studios, right?
Yeah.
And
He can
used
play
to be a
football.
football player.
Yeah.
But you never know what they are capable of. You
Exactly.
play the piano, I know that.
Makes me nervous.
And she can
and-
do IPO,
Yes, I can do IPO.
making lots
Okay.
of money.
All right,
Investment.
IPO.
Yeah.
I can
Maybe,
juggle.
yeah.
That sounds more
More
Okay.
lucrative.
okay.
Juggle
And
what?
you never
I
know.
can juggle
Juggle what?
anything.
You can play like
I
Seriously?
can juggle
You
anything.
can juggle. You can
Give me
Anything.
anything and I'll juggle. it.
Seriously?
2 bottles with water, but make sure it's
Give me,
equal
give me
weight.
2 more.
Is it this?
Give me this one.
Does it matter?
Alright,
Okay.
Cool.
Oh. What?
All right, ready?
Seriously?
Seriously?
3, 2,
Are you
1,
gonna-
go.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
But it's good. It's much better
Yeah.
than I thought.
But you're a Wang Hong
right.
anyway, so I'm not going to ask you
It's
this
your water,
question.
right?
How are you going to use this in your program? He does use it all the time, maybe.
Yeah, making money on the
I'm
streets.
constantly juggling
Okay.
words.
What?
I'm constantly juggling words
Yeah?
in my show.
Okay.
Okay.
So, that was a very cold joke.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
the audience
It
today.
is.
Okay.
We are freezing.
we move on, please?
As
Yeah.
you can see, we're freezing in here.
So the
Yeah.
second aspect, the second point of you know, when I name it, you never know, is you never know how the skills are going to help you with your work.
With your career, maybe. Yeah.
Or with your career. So let's see what you are capable of doing. Say, Wang Guan, you play football, I know, but there is something else. Probably
Yeah.
most of our viewers don't know where is it.
Guys,
Don't know.
I saw this coming, so
You know what?
I brought
mean,
my flute.
Basically, you're going to make the connection between this and
Yeah.
a
And
football
this
player.
side,
Here we go.
yeah.
Okay.
Which way is the right side? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Here we
play
go.
along.
Seriously? Seriously?
Yeah, sure. Join us. Join
Oh
me.
my good. Wow.
Oh.
So now it's party time.
Now, is it just a picture opportunity or?
It's like three,
it's
two,
for real.
one.
It's for real.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this.
We're just gonna do the background music. And
We're gonna tell
So
you
you're
guys.
serious, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do a song from Sicily, Italy, called Godfather. Some of you may have watched this movie, one of
Right.
my favorite movies of all times, Don Corleone, Godfather.
How's it go? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, serious.
Let's give it a
Serious,
shot.
yeah?
Let's give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one sec.
Okay.
One sec.
Is this on?
Here is the camera. Want to say something to your fans? Wait, right over there. No, coming back.
Okay, guys. So as you can tell, I mean, having to work a lot doesn't mean that you have to kill your hobbies. I play football like regularly. I go to the gym regularly, and then obviously I can still play what I played when I was a kid. So come join us.
It goes to the gym.
等会儿，也就是说，如果不会吹长笛，
不能报名，是这意思吧？
是这意思吗？
就是不是得又会吹长笛，又会踢足球，英语得说得好，然后会报道，还得懂国际政治才能报名，是这意思吗
You just raised the bar.
Yeah. Just make it even more challenging.
等会儿，这是要改变你的人设，回头。在电视上再看到你的时候，就是那个吹长笛的那个小伙子，
英俊的少年。
军哥就靠你自媒体。
No，刚刚在评论区有，你不能叫军哥。
3 million followers right over there.
1 million on there just now.
Yeah.
So
put me on your show.
Yeah. So how do you think this is going to help you with your work?
Seriously?
I promise I will come back, right?
Okay.
On a serious note, I think learning music and learning a musical language, learning a musical instrument and a foreign language have a lot in common in that you have to remember the melodies, the notes, as if you have to remember words, grammars, and sentences. So they do have a lot of things in common.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't realize this. I learned this when I was like 7.
Wow.
And then
7
later on,
this and 9 football.
Yeah, later on, you know.
30 years English.
But hey, like I'm sitting beside someone who speaks 4 languages, so.
So okay, well, he did that anyway. So Eva,
impressive.
Your talent show.
My talent show as well. I got these, you know.
快板 What's that?
应该是快板吧，我不知道。
No, it's not. It's not. I don't know what they're called.
我都不知道他们叫。
You know.
But yeah.
You're the musician. So.
I'm pretty talented at not being talented at all. So.
But I like the expression.
Me too.
You sound like goofy.
I don't believe I'm goofy. I'm really good at being goofy. So that's for
Show
sure.
us your goofiest you.
My goofiest me. I'm good at telling bad jokes, for example.
Even worse than 美月's.
My jokes are good. Everyone was on the floor dying laughing at home.
Yeah, you just can't see it.
Rolling around.
Yeah, another one.
Okay.
That was a good one too, right?
Perhaps like imitating other people's singers' voices.
You do that?
Wow.
Who can you do?
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
And?
Exactly. Christina Aguilera.
Do Britney.
And?
Yeah, do Britney.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Do Britney.
Britney? Britney
Yeah,
first.
do Britney.
Which song is it?
Babe, I'm so into you. Wow. You got that something. What can I do? Babe, stop spinning me around. Ooh, ow. The earth is moving, but I can't feel the ground.
Wow! And who was that?
This is my first time
Are
hearing
you
this song.
really Eva?
Seriously, yeah. But do you also play any instruments at all?
I do play the piano.
The piano.
Yeah.
Where's your piano? You got it here, right?
No, it's fine.
With your
It's
giant
fine.
car.
It's fine.
Somewhere, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so
You're so
you play the
talented.
piano too, but we don't have the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
IPO
do-
maybe?
Do you do any impersonating at all? Okay. Yep.
No, just move on to me. Yeah, I'm too old for that. Move on
Yeah,
to me.
you play the piano.
Okay, you keep saying. I'm really curious how old you are now. You keep saying that.
Yeah, age is not the thing.
There's no piano next time. There's no piano.
Yeah,
next
that's
time.
a very good excuse. I play the piano too, but you don't have the piano here.
Yeah,
I play the trombone,
So
but there's no trombone
why don't
here.
we let Mei Yue play a guitar song for us?
Exactly. You have the guitar.
I have no talents.
No. But you have the face
But you,
and the
you
guitar.
played well. You played well.
We've
which
already
is,
heard,
Yeah.
At the
we've already
moment
heard you
was,
play, so why don't you just do another song
It's just
for
being
us
modest and
Wait.
safe
I
again.
just forgot one very important question to Eva. How do you think that was going to help you with your work?
I saw that question coming already. You know, like
Okay, not
scary
surprising.
people.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, scaring people, surprising people, keeping it entertaining. Say your goofy self. Bring up
kidding.
the entertainment. I mean, yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Mei Yue, you choose a song.
Okay. And then you're going to
see-
sing that?
Maybe not me, but someone,
Okay.
someone from us is going to sing along with you, and possibly our viewers, if they're watching, and then if they can follow
so
us.
you guys know that.
Right.
What are you gonna sing?
So, well, I don't know. I mean,
You guys
Okay,
can
musician.
Maybe while he's working on it, we can still talk to our followers about the campaign for the very last time, maybe.
Right,
for those who are
right.
interested
Okay, go ahead,
in
go ahead.
our what is it called, CGTN Media Challengers. So feel free to leave your comments and questions. Also sign in for this campaign on different social platforms, including
YouTube, Facebook, CGTN app. Bilibili, Twitter, and Weibo, and
央视频.
Yangshipin.com.
Oh, great. Yeah.
And you can always find the registration details on the comment box, and you're expected to submit a video, 3-minute long, using the tips that we told you. Our colleagues from different production centers told you. So yeah.
Exactly. And for those shortlisted participants, what will they get? They will get full-time or part-time job opportunities in the headquarters World 3 Regional Production Center. Or they'll also get experience of traveling and reporting stories with us from Africa, Savannah to what? To the ancient Silk Road.
She's really good.
I am good. You're laughing at me.
I'm not.
That's not very fair.
Bravo.
So now you got your son figured out?
We're really going to do this?
Yes.
Yeah. Seriously, we're serious people doing serious business here.
But this has nothing to do with anything.
It's about
Okay.
talent.
Come on.
Yeah,
It's about talent.
we want talent.
You have the skills, and
the
we have the
face.
voice, and we have the voice and
the
regular
age.
voice.
What song are we going to sing eventually?
Voice perfect.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
it's called
Let's be
perfect.
perfect.
Oh, nice.
Well, this is perfect.
Do you guys really
Everything's
know
perfect so far,
You guys know
right?
to
So
sing it?
far, so perfect.
I have it on QQ Music.
Go ahead.
You guys chose a song that you don't know how to sing.
Well, listen to
It's
it.
fine, whatever
It's
song.
most
We're good.
important. Perfect.
Okay, so from the UK, right? Mr. Ed Sheeran, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. What's the song called?
Perfect.
That one.
Perfect.
We're singing that one. Perfect.
Perfect.
All right.
Well,
I found a love for me. I can just dive right in and follow my lead. Join them. You go join them. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were like someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were both kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. So darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding love. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark, you between my arms. On the ground, listen to our favorite song. You're whispered underneath my breath. You heard it, darling, you're the perfect night. Oh my goodness. That was awful. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Can I get my money back?
Another one. We're still on.
Yeah,
So
it is still a live
this is the launch
streaming.
ceremony of CGTN Global Media Challenges Talent Campaign, and this is the talent show from a Wang Hong. With 3 million followers.
The
Right.
best music writer in the history of mankind is Zhou Jielun.
Go ahead.
You guys know the lyrics?
什么七里香？
周杰伦的双杰伦。
周杰伦
Come on,
Seriously?
it's on.
七里香吗？
这开了吗？能听见吗？
Yeah, just keep going. Yeah, we're still on.